Hey everyone, welcome back to Hip Hop Unlocked. We've got a major update that's rocking the hip hop world. Lil Durk, one of Chicago's biggest rap stars, just got hit with serious federal charges, and this story goes deep. Today, we're breaking down everything in the Justice Department's press release on his alleged involvement in a murder for hire plot targeting a rival. Stick with us as we dive into this explosive development. Los Angeles. A Grammy Award winning Chicago rapper has been charged in a superseding federal grand jury indictment alleging he conspired with others to murder a rival rapper, resulting in the shooting death of the rival's relative at a gas station near the Beverly Center shopping mall in Los Angeles in August 2022, the Justice Department announced today. Dirk Banks, 32, also known as Lil Durk, Blood, and Mustafa Abdul Malak of Chicago, is charged with one count of conspiracy, one count of use of interstate facilities to commit murder for hire, resulting in death, and one count of using, carrying, and discharging firearms and a machine gun and possession of such firearms in furtherance of a crime of violence resulting in death. The indictment adds two felony charges against Banks, who was previously charged via criminal complaint in this case. The four-count superseding indictment, returned late Thursday, adds Banks as the lead defendant to a previous indictment returned on October 17th. The following defendants are charged alongside him in connection with the August 2022 murder: Kayvon London Grant, also known as Vonnie, of Atlanta; DeAndre Dontrell Wilson, known as DD, from Chicago; Keith Jones, also known as Flocker, from Gary, Indiana; David Bryan Lindsay, known as Brown Eyes, from Addison, Illinois; and Asa Houston, also known as Boogie, from Chicago. Banks was arrested on October 17th near Miami International Airport after law enforcement learned he had booked multiple international flights. A federal magistrate judge in Miami ordered him jailed without bond until he is transferred to Los Angeles for arraignment. All six defendants, none of whom has yet entered a plea to the charges, are expected to be arraigned in United States District Court in downtown Los Angeles in the coming weeks. According to the superseding indictment, Banks formed an organization in 2010 called Only the Family, or OTF, which, among other activities, produced and sold hip hop music from artists primarily from the Chicago area. OTF also allegedly operated as an association of individuals engaged in violence, including murder and assault, at Banks's direction to maintain status within the organization. The indictment points to a feud between Banks and a rival identified as TB. The conflict reportedly stems from a November 6, 2020 incident in which an associate of TB shot and killed an OTF rapper known as Davon Bennett, or King Von, who was a close friend of Banks. In response to Bennett's murder, Banks allegedly put a bounty on TB's life. On August 19th, 2022, several OTF members and associates allegedly used two vehicles to track and stalk TB for hours, culminating in a shooting at a gasoline station near the Beverly Center. Prosecutors allege that the co-conspirators used multiple guns, including a machine gun, firing at least 18 rounds at TB's vehicle and fatally striking a family member identified as SR, who was with TB at the time. The indictment claims Banks ordered TB's murder and financed the operation with OTF funds. Records showed that an OTF member arranged travel for the co-conspirators from Chicago to California on one-way flights the day before the attack. The indictment notes that Banks instructed the OTF associate booking the flights, saying, "Don't book no flights under no names involved with me." The day of the murder, Banks allegedly flew to California on a private jet with a co-defendant, Kayvon London Grant, also known as Cuz or Vonnie, who then reportedly bought ski masks for the shooters and used a credit card in Banks's name to cover the other co-conspirators' hotel expenses. United States Attorney Martin Estrada stated, "Mr. Banks is charged with orchestrating a cold-blooded murder that resulted in the death of a rival's family member. Not only that, but the shooting occurred in the open at a gas station on a busy intersection, endangering many others in the area. Violent gun crime of this sort is devastating to our community, and we will have zero tolerance for those who perpetrate such callous acts of violence. FBI Assistant Director in charge, Akil Davis, added, "The apprehension of Mr. Banks as he attempted to leave the United States is once again proof that the FBI and our extraordinary partners at the Los Angeles Police Department have a long reach. No excuse can justify this violent act. And let me be clear, while you're going about your life thinking you got away with it, the FBI is piecing together the facts that will serve as your undoing." LAPD Chief Dominic Choi noted, "This arrest is the culmination of combined efforts of our partners in the U.S. Attorney's Office, the FBI, and LAPD's Operation West Bureau homicide detectives, who discovered Durk Banks, aka Lil Durk, was involved in this heinous murder. The hundreds of hours spent on the investigation included surveillance, numerous search warrants, forensic technology, and investigative collaboration. The other 5 defendants remain in federal custody in Illinois, where they are charged with 1 count of conspiracy, 1 count of use of interstate facilities to commit murder for hire resulting in death, and 1 count of using, carrying, and discharging firearms, including a machine gun, in furtherance of a crime of violence resulting in death. One defendant, Keith Jones, faces an additional count of possessing a machine gun. It's important to remember an indictment contains allegations that a defendant has committed a crime. Every defendant is presumed innocent until and unless proven guilty in court. If convicted, all defendants face a statutory maximum sentence of life in federal prison. The FBI and the LAPD are continuing their investigation. Assistant U.S. Attorneys Ian V. Yaniello, Daniel H. Weiner, and Gregory W. Staples are prosecuting this case. Thanks for tuning in to Hip Hop Unlocked, where we bring you the raw, real stories from the world of hip hop. If you want to stay on top of breaking news, drama, and untold stories that shape the industry, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. And let us know in the comments what you think about today's story. Are these charges going to change the game for Lil Durk and OTF? We want to hear from you. Now click on one of these videos to keep the story going.